Hey there, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this new series on auditions. December is a great time to put up a series like this. Students, young aspiring musicians have submitted pre-screening auditions to the programs of their choice, decided with the teachers of their choice. In addition, we've got the audition circuit that continues, whether it be tenor trombone auditions, bass trombone auditions, or auditions really for any instrument. The idea is this series is for everyone. So I'm offering a 30,000 foot view of auditions. If you're looking for something more specific, this isn't that series. This is something that's really designed with everybody in mind to provide counsel for everyone. So regardless of the instrument you play, I hope you find this helpful. Now, in this series, we're going to approach this in three parts. Today's part really has to do with the aspects that's probably most in our control, which is our own mindset hitting into the auditions. Now, there's two real things that we tend to look at that make auditions really emotionally charged, and maybe more so than they really need to be. One, the idea that this audition that we're taking is the culmination of our life's work to this one point, these 6 minutes on stage, or the 10 minutes I'm going to spend with the committee. The other is that if this particular audition doesn't work out, I will not be happy. I will not achieve my dreams. Well, even if I won't achieve my dreams, at the very least, I will not be happy. And those are both, they're really not true. As you live enough of life, you start to see that every audition you attend, every performance you attend, even if it feels like it's a culmination of your work to that point, it's really just a waypoint along the way. We are essentially climbing a mountain in our playing. And at the end of our career, we will have reached the summit, or we'll have started coming down the mountain. We'll have gone as far as we can. Each one of these auditions that we take is a waypoint. It's a stop that you look back, see how far you've come. Gosh, isn't that great? That's a nice view. But then you realize that there's more to climb. Anytime you take an audition, whether you get the job, whether you don't get the job, whether you get into the school or don't, you realize that there is more you have to do afterwards. Because you say, okay, what's next? And that's when we realize that this audition that we viewed as being such a culminating event is really just a stop along the way, along this larger journey. When we look at things that way, it really helps take the charged atmosphere away from the auditions. That really leads us to our next aspect, which is, since our journey is always continuing, this idea that if this doesn't work out, then I won't be happy. And I can share my own life experience. I got the bass trombone job in New York in the spring of 2007. But in the spring of 2006, I auditioned for the principal position in the Cleveland Orchestra, and I made it to finals and didn't get the job. And then I auditioned 6 months later for the principal position in the LA Phil, and I didn't make it past the first round. And when we have circumstances where things don't work out, we can't see at the moment, how does this possibly work for the good? How does this possibly help me? I couldn't have told you at the time, but I can say now, well after the fact, that had those worked out, would I have the life I do? I don't know, but I do know that because they didn't work out, it really made me that much more interested in the bass trombone position in New York when Don Harwood retired. So, if we realize that just because something doesn't work out does not mean that we will be happy, it takes away another aspect of the emotionally charged nature that we put into auditions in the first place. It's hard enough going into a situation where you are going to be evaluated by other people. It's even more challenging when we put so much into it that it matters, that our life depends on it, or it's a culmination of our work. Keeping that different perspective helps take that out and helps free us up to be able to play in a little bit of a different way, in a little bit of a different mindset. I hope you come back next week where we are going to talk about that second aspect, and that is, what is the person who's listening to you thinking? What specifically are they listening for? I hope you come back and join me for that particular topic in a week's time. Thank you.